Hey everyone. Um, Little thing I have to tell you guys, and I'm gonna guarantee you right now that I'm gonna regret telling you guys this, but let me preface this by saying I'm not proud of this. I'm not proud of what I have done. Sorry, my OCD is getting upset about the hair. Um, I'm not proud of this. I'm fucking ashamed of this. Now, if you do what I'm about to tell you I did, and you're not ashamed of it, that's fine. You do you. But I'm ashamed of this because what I did was so fucking weird and dumb and super fucking embarrassing. Let me get into the story that may very well be one of the biggest regrets I have in this world, and yet I find it so amusing. So, for those of you who don't know, my alcohol tolerance is 0. Like, I can't handle my alcohol. I'm not good with drinking. I'm not a heavy drinker. So I can get drunk from 2 or 3 beers. Not joking. I'm a lightweight. So, I also need to specify that a few years ago, well, actually, 2019, I believe, so last year, I went to a convention named RockCon in a particularly awkward outfit. For those of you who remember, I went in a maid's uniform. Yep. Yeah, there are literally clips on YouTube of me in that uniform, by the way. I was at a Q&A and I went up in front of everyone in the maid's uniform. That was fun. That that was a blast. Um, Now, for the record, I don't regret that convention at all. It was a great experience. It is the last convention, or the last RockCon that will ever exist because they are shut down due to a bunch of internet drama, but I'm not going to get into that. And honestly, it made it more memorable. So, win-win. But I still had that outfit. And I was wondering if maybe I should make some more content with it. So that's what I did. Um, so I invited over a friend who's bisexual. I'm pansexual. He invited 2 gay men who are in a relationship, and then we were gonna have a girl who's a lesbian on the show, but unfortunately, it was like a podcast kind of thing we were gonna do. But unfortunately, we had all agreed to get tested for COVID prior to it, so we all knew that we were safe and everything. And she didn't remember to do that, so she, on her own, was just like, yeah, I'd rather not risk it, I'd rather not, expose you guys to it, which I appreciated, but at the same time, like, come on, girl, remember next time. Just kidding. It wasn't like we had scheduled it or anything, it was just like, hey, let's get checked, before we hang out. But here's where things got interesting. This is where the story begins. So my friend brought over what I call a keg. It was like a water cooler kind of thing. It was like a few gallons filled with beer, and it had a little tap in it. It was hung on like a satchel kind of or like a strap, and it had a little tap that you would pull, and it would pour beer into the glass. And he brought that, and he's like, "Why don't you wear the Major Foreman Service beer?" And I'm like, "That's a good way to start the podcast. Let me go put that on." Because at the time, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to put it on sometime during the podcast just for fun. Like, it's just going to be me reliving the horrors that were wearing a mage uniform. I'm not going to lie. It was pretty fucking bad. But it was also pretty fucking awesome. For many reasons. But anyways, I kept flashing my friend. I had shorts on underneath and everything, but I kept, like, lifting up, like, going, does this appease you, master? To my friend who had his girlfriend right next to him the whole time. It was fucking hilarious. It was fun, okay? But, yeah, so I bring out the drinks on the little platter that I had, and, they're in, beer mugs, and I bring it out and set the table and everything, and we start talking, and for the record, this video will never see the light of day. This one will, but the one that we recorded never will, and there's a main reason why. So, I start to get a bit tipsy, and my judgment is already like, fuck it, I'll do whatever. And my friend comes over to me, and we were taking a break to eat some dinner or eat some lunch, and so I'm just like, okay, I'll go make something to eat. And I go into the kitchen to make, what was that I was making? I think it was quesadillas for all of us. Because we were going to eat, and we were going to cut that out of the video. Like, it was just still recording and everything. Because we were recording the whole thing just in case something funny happened. And we decided, hey, let's just leave it rolling. If we need to cut, we will. Like, we'll edit it out or whatever. So we had a 3-hour long recording of everything. And I was making quesadillas. My friend comes into the kitchen and is like, hey, so let's spice things up a bit. I will give you $100 if you put on a pair of women's panties. I'm not kidding. And he, really drunk me was like, sure, why not? Like, just straight up, not question it. And then I was like, but wait, I don't have any panties. For the record, if I may be a massive perv, but I don't have any of that lying around. There's a difference between being a perv and a creep, and I'm not a creep, I'm a perv. And my girlfriend, for the record, 100% leaves her stuff here quite a bit, her clothing. Whenever she stays over, which she did at one point quite often, she would leave quite a few articles of clothing, including her undergarments. And I, of course, return them to her like a good human being. I don't keep them around, although she probably wishes I would so she can make fun of me for it. But, I'm a good man. I'm a gentleman. Anyways, moving on. So, I give her, or I tell my friend I don't have any panties because I don't keep those around here. I don't wear them. I'm a guy. Hopefully that's obvious with the beard and the mustache and the deep voice. Like, for fuck's sake. And he's like, don't worry, I got some. I never questioned him, or at least I don't remember questioning him on why he had panties with him. And I'm tempted to question him, but at the same time, I know if I do, I'll probably regret the answer, because he doesn't hold back with the truth. He will tell me, and I'll be terrified. I will be mortified of the answer. For all I know, he killed a girl and took her panties. I don't fucking know. Like, maybe he has her in the trunk. But my point is, I don't dare ask this dude. He's crazy. Not crazy enough to kidnap someone. I should specify that. That was a joke, okay? He's not that crazy. But he definitely does some weird shit. So, I'm like, oh, okay. He gives them to me, I go to the bathroom, I change into them. Now, for the record, the other two guys weren't supposed to know about this. They were never supposed to find out. And, because they weren't going to see it. It wasn't like I was stripping or anything. Like, that's for a different kind of, website. I'm not doing that on YouTube. Or on any other website, to be completely honest. I'm not that confident in myself. Thank you very much. I'm a chubby guy, okay? I don't need to expose myself like that. But for the record, I was so drunk, but I would still have done this for cash. Like, I'm sorry. Pay me $200 maybe? Like, I wouldn't do it for $100, but for $200, sure. I'll put on a pair of women's panties. As long as you don't need to see them. Like, I'll put them on. Who gives a fuck? Like, no one's gonna see it. Who cares? But, then something crazy happened. Now, I don't remember this happening. I do not remember this part. But when we all went back to the table, we were about to start up the podcast again. We had eaten, and I was going to I went to go pour some more beers and bring them out again. And I'm walking, and I trip and fall. And for the record, I did something to my wrist, and I still have to get that checked out, because it really does hurt. And, the maid's uniform happens to just be a big fucking shirt. I mean, really, it's like a blouse or whatever, but my mom and I edited it for the costume, so that it would be much more maid-like. It really was just a long shirt, basically. But here's the thing. It's big. It's a big shirt. Or it's a big blouse, whatever. It's a big piece of clothing. And so, the back of it went over my head, so there was my exposed back, and just my ass, just in women's panties, and oh my god. I don't remember any of this happening, but you know how I know about this? Because it was all on camera. Well, me falling and showing all that was not on camera. But when my friend picked me up, I actually I was on the edge of the camera, and you could see that the back, like, he pulled me up from the back, so, like, my back was facing the camera. the clothing was just, like, at my shoulders and falling. Like, it was, like, the part that's supposed to be, like, the back of my legs, like, my back of my knees, was up at my head, basically. And he was pulling me up so it was falling back down to where it should be. And can I just specify, I didn't stream for 2 days because of this. This is why I didn't stream. Because when I woke up the first time, it was like 12 or 13 hours later after we had this whole thing. And I don't remember anything going on during this. Like the last thing I remember is I think it was putting out the panties, to be completely honest. And at that point, I was just like, I don't remember anything past that. I was super hungover when I woke up, so I'm like, oh. I put in my noise-canceling headphones, put a few extra, coverings over my eyes, basically put on a hood and, covers my eyes pretty well. Put on the hood, put on a few pairs of, what are they called? Blinds, I don't know what else to call them. And went back to bed. And I woke up another, 13 or 14 hours later, and made myself a sandwich because I hadn't eaten in 26 hours. Actually, probably more, to be honest, because I hadn't eaten prior to that either. And, checked my phone for new notifications. I look at my phone and I go, what the hell? Why do I have no storage? It's still... this whole thing... look, I don't know how to explain this whole thing. It really doesn't make sense. Yes, I would fucking do this. Pay me money and I will do it. But I was in shock. I was shocked that all this had happened, and I watched the video, and at first I'm just like, wait, hold up, hold the phone. And then I rewatched that last little part, and I break into a laughing fit. For 25 minutes, 24 and a half, if you want to be specific, I was having a laughing fit. I kept rewatching that, and I'm like, there's no fucking way. There's no way that this is real. Turns out it is. So that video will never see the light of day. It is, however, saved to the cloud. and I'm not gonna lie, it was fucking hilarious. But I can't show it on YouTube, first of all, and I'm not gonna censor it out. Fuck that shit. No, it's not going on YouTube. You're gonna have to deal with just knowing that it happened. But I will not deny the fact that I don't remember a thing. I was so out of it. And one thing I was very curious about was the fact that I wasn't in the maid's uniform anymore. That was kind of weird to me, because I guarantee that the way I normally get drunk is I turn into a goofball. I'm just a laughing maniac, basically. I'll giggle at the dumbest stuff, and I'll basically, there's look, I turn crazy, basically. I just can't stop laughing. I can't stop seeing everything as humorous. But I end up blacking out, and then, when I'm drunk, I don't give a shit about anything except for what's going on, and I laugh at it. I don't act on it. So the question is, did my friend change me out of my clothes? And here's the thing, if he did, good on him, because those panties, they're not meant for men. They crush your boys, if you know what I mean. And here's the thing, I want to have kids someday. Technically, I want to adopt kids, because I was adopted. Long story with that. But I don't want to, have no reproductive abilities. So I'm glad that he's good of a friend to change me out of it, but at the same time, that's fucking embarrassing. So, thank you, friend of mine, for being a good man and protecting my family jewels. But, please next time don't. Well, how about don't dare me, or don't pay me to put on women's panties in the first place. Yes, it was still my decision, but fuck off, okay? Fuck you. This whole thing was so I couldn't believe it. I genuinely could not believe this all had happened. Because usually when I'm drunk, I just agree to shit. But apparently if you throw money into it, I'll agree to money is such a huge motivator for someone like me, though, and I don't know why. But here's the thing, I do still have boundaries with money. For the record, I don't do stuff, like I said, no one's gonna see it. It doesn't hurt anyone, who gives a fuck? I'm already embarrassing myself just by telling you the story. Would you really think I wouldn't, do it for cash? For fuck's sake. For the record, my friend has not contacted me about the $100 he owes me. I remember that part, dumbass. You ain't getting away from me on that part. I am still calling dibs on that $100 that you owe me. Cause fuck you, I have video fucking proof of it. Technically I don't, because I didn't record the kitchen. I just recorded this room. And that makes me a bit concerned that maybe I don't have video proof. Point is, I still remember that you owe me $100. So fuck off. Don't fuck off. Give me my money and then fuck off, please. Anyways, this video has been fun. I'm gonna end it and then go cry myself to sleep. It's currently 6 a.m. Rest in peace, me. My pride and my dignity does not exist. I'm a slut for the muns. I'm kidding. For the record, the reason why I need money so much is because video games. I'm literally looking at my TV over there, which has a video game on it, by the way. Video games. Dude, I need to buy my Overwatch loot boxes. No, I'm kidding. Anyways, thanks everyone for watching. If you found this amusing, go ahead and mock me in the comments, you fucking bunch of a-holes. There's a reason why I've been tempted to call anyone who views my videos ash-holes and ash-hats. Because you're fucking assholes at times. Even my amazing friend Brendo, who watches my channel, you can be an asshole, dude. In a good way, So anyways, thanks for watching. Stay safe and stay comfy.